Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautiful day in Astoria, Queens. With me, as always, is my fancy pants number 2.
oh, damn it.
The man with the plan, my best friend, Mr. Ray Zawodni.
We're not best friends.
Okay.
All right. No, Dylan, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction.
I had to change it up, dude, because I saw you mimicking me.
I know. I was thinking Enigmatic was coming.
I changed it.
And I fucked it up. But thank you so much for that introduction. I mean it. And we've been having so much fun on the podcast here. And
oh, yeah.
A string of some of our best episodes, I think. Mm-hmm. And more importantly than thanking you, I want to thank everybody that makes the podcast possible. Everybody that is out there watching the YouTube videos, watching the shorts, the reels, listening to us on the audio version of the podcast. Mm-hmm. If you are out there, you could do us a huge favor. If you want to keep this momentum going that we have, go out there and leave us a rating and a review. Go out there and comment on some videos. Share the reels with your friends. And if you are going to comment, I do ask you for a favor. Keep it light. Keep it positive. Okay? We're not here to attack anybody, because if you are here to attack somebody, I'm going to attack back. And I'm going to attack back tenfold. I'm going to destroy you physically, mentally, emotionally. Have you ever seen the movie Saw? It's going to look like fucking Sesame Street compared to what I do to you if I go out there and I see a negative comment.
God damn.
Anywho, we have a fantastic episode for the people today, Dylan. A great guest.
Great guest. We're going to get right into it. Guest this week, Drew Dunn. I almost called you. I did call you. You didn't answer.
Oh, you did? You called me?
No, I called Ray.
Oh, I was going to say.
I ran out of Zins last night. I did them all on the pod we were on.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, do you have some?
Hold on.
What the fuck is with these Zins,
Yes!
man?
I don't have Zins. I have... Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I have Zemos.
Zemo.
I got these at Gas Digital, so you know they're bad for you.
26 milligram.
Yeah, they'll get you. Want to split one?
Yeah. Dude, that's not bad. I am a big, I do them all day, every day, but usually the first one of the day, fucks me up. How do you open them?
Yeah, that one, it has the little trash can in the top there.
Oh, they smell good.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
They're good. They're great.
This is the thing you just discovered.
Yeah, see, they have a whole nother secret container.
Oh, dude. So the Zin packs, they have a secret container on the bottom.
Oh, really?
Similar to that.
Huh.
All right, well, see you later.
Yeah, nice knowing you. I'll pop one in too. Why not?
I do 10 a day, but usually, you know how
Really?
that first one really fucking rocks you?
Well, I'm new to the adding a new addiction to my list of addictions game, but I like them just to get the juices going a little bit. I'll throw it in for a couple minutes and then pop it out, and it's I didn't have my coffee yet this morning.
Dude, I don't have anything to offer you.
Were you a cigs guy?
No, never smoked cigarette. I never even did. I played baseball my whole life and never dipped because I just knew I knew I'd get addicted to it, and I knew I would get cancer in my mouth.
Well, I don't think these give you cancer.
Yeah,
I think these
that's
are just
the going
pure
theory. No,
nicotine. Dude.
These are good for you. Seltzers are good for you.
How about Celsius?
Celsiuses are actually a health drink.
Celsius is a fucking nightmare. Dude.
Everything's good for you. Nothing has any calories. There's no secret chemical that's killing us that we're going to find out in 15 years.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero's fine. Everything's great.
Is this all true?
Yeah, this is all 100%
Oh,
science-backed. This is not misinformation.
Not to jump. We're going to do the intro later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We've been doing this. I'm sorry, Ray. We're trying this new thing. We used to do an intro, but now we do it later.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll cut this out of the
You
episode.
can keep it in.
We
Might
noticed.
get some advertising dollars out
That's
of it.
true. No, we used to do this intro, and we noticed we're like, dude, we're rolling with the guests, and then we do this intro, and then it takes like
Yeah.
to get in, and I just fucked
It's like
it up.
an intermission
anyway.
at a comedy show.
Yeah, it can
know?
be tough. It can be
Like,
tough.
This show is going great. All right, now let's get everybody
All right.
adding to the silent auction. you
Yeah,
know?
everybody
Anyway,
go
the
stand
name
in
of the
line at the
show-
bar and go stand outside. Forget everything you just heard.
You know what? I don't. I think maybe I'm so used to the texture of Zyn. Have you ever had Zyn?
No, I've never had. This is the only brand. That's the only thing of them I've had is this one.
What are they called?
Zemo.
Zemo.
Only reason I had them is because they were free, and I've literally put like 8 of them in my mouth in my life.
That's how I feel
I
about
just
penises.
happen to have
Okay,
them. Yeah.
dude, they got like a little bit of a cottony
Yeah.
feel, which I don't know how I feel about. But you know
No,
what?
it's good for you.
Kids, if you're out there and you're listening and you're over 18, get yourself a Zyn.
Yeah.
Or a Zemo, go on down, and I'm sure they're handing them out for free.
I think it's the only way to get rid of an Adderall addiction is to just shove nicotine into your
Were you
lips.
addicted to Adderall?
No, again never touched. My parents never. I'm one of 7 kids, so getting one of us on drugs was an expensive endeavor. So my mom was like, "You guys are just fucking raw dogging life out there." So, and I'm grateful for that actually. So.
Yeah. My brother was on Adderall for a while. I probably should be on Adderall.
I think
Still
so.
now.
I think most people probably would benefit from it, but then all of a sudden everybody would just be like a mindless zombie, like with no personality, and
They're fun in moderation.
Yeah.
Just snort one.
Snort one. That's
one here and
dude.
there.
That's what oh my god. I had like a couple buddies who were like real into that. It was like it was before cocaine became like a thing, and they were like, no, we just do Adderall.
Dude,
Snorting Adderall.
my buddy has this great fucking story about his friend who was an addict, had to go to the hospital for some injury to his leg. And it was kind of like drug related. And he said he's laying in the hospital bed and the doctor brings him like a pain pill, like a Vicodin or something like that. The doctor turns around, he's like looking at the chart and just hears pounding. Says the dude fucking got his credit card somehow and he's pounding it to fucking crush up the thing. and the doctor turned around like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, well, I gotta take this. He's like, you swallow it.
Yeah, how to lose that prescription real fucking quick.
Oh my god, dude! We have a mutual friend in common, mutual acquaintance that used to tell me about snorting, like the oxys with.
He had a great bit about it too. I love this bit
with
about it.
you know him too, where they would get all jelly and stuff.
They made a new thing that they made a type of pill that couldn't get crushed up. It would turn into like a jelly. So he had this bit about like his friends found out a way that you could still snort it. He's like, all right, you gotta take it, you gotta turn it into goo, you gotta put it in the freezer, take it out, grind it up a little bit more, put it on top of an ice cube for 30 seconds, take it off, do it again. And he's like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna go to rehab.
It was such a good bit. I used to love
It is hilarious though. They're like some innovative fucking drug addicts.
Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
They're probably some of the most great engineering minds out there. I mean, if you can survive out on the streets and figure out how to smoke crack out of a Mountain Dew can,
Yeah.
with some direction, you could also be the founder of something like SpaceX too. I think you just went a different direction on that fork in the road.
It's like how they flip Leonardo DiCaprio's character to work for the FBI. It's
Yeah.
like we need to get these fucking drug addicts at NASA.
He's a double agent.
Dude, we got to get some of those guys who are building structures out in L.A. on the West Coast. They got to be rebuilding America. Have you seen those like sidewalk mansions?
Dude, it's insane.
my
They should have
God.
been showing up here after the earthquake and be like, all right, here's what I would
We're
have done.
taking over. Dude, that's nuts. I've seen like there's like YouTube series now where they're like, it's like cribs for homeless people.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. I was on Airbnb.
I swear to God.
I was on Airbnb in Seattle, and there was a tent as listed as one of the options for $84 a night. And one of the pictures on the listing was the the Home Depot bucket that you would fucking shit in for your toilet. I swear to God.
Oh, the
$84, and you know
That's expensive.
It wasn't unbunbooked. Like there was spots on the calendar. That was,
God.
You just picture someone coming up like, we should really like just get into the culture.
$84. I mean, that's a weekday price.
Yeah,
I
I know.
You want to shit in this bucket on the weekend?
You
It's
can
be
go-
102.
You can go buy a tent for $62. You have a permanent Airbnb yourself.
You just set up next to him.
Yeah, it's competition, dude. Competition's steep.
The bucket's free.
free.
We're good.
Dude, that is the most yuppie shit too, where they'd be like, we just want to stimulate to the culture.
Well, and it's close by. The coffee shop's close, and we can bring our bikes.
Dude, that voice is perfect. think I know that girl.
That's the only girl who booked that place.
Yeah.
There's no dude who's like, let's get in there and fight, because that's what guys think is like, we're gonna fight a homeless guy.
Oh yeah, that's the draw. That's the entertainment. Is at night, midnight, we throw down.
Couldn't get tickets to the UFC event, so I'm gonna put this homeless guy in a triangle at midnight.
Dude, I've seen them with like TVs. They got big screens in there.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing video games. Yeah.
Do you remember bum fights back in the day?
Oh yeah, that was pretty wild.
Those were unfortunately awesome. Right? Like just fucking I get like that's probably one of my like main YouTube rabbit hole go-tos is like street fights, bum fights, McDonald's fights. Those are the best, man.
It's great, dude. Have you seen the one they built like an octagon just in like some dude's backyard and they just do like organized street fights? It's unbelievable.
It's like the yellow and black barriers.
Yeah, nobody's in shape.
What is it called? They're great. Because that's how like the UFC used to be.
Yeah.
Like we used to get the old UFC pay-per-views, and it would just be like some dude that was like 320 pounds wearing jeans, just fighting some like little Brazilian dude.
Yeah, floor's made out of dirt. It doesn't even matter. Like,
Not to interrupt, I don't like the flavor of that.
no, the grape.
Smells great, and then after 8 minutes, really falls apart, dude.
For me, yeah.
Tastes
See,
shitty.
I'm out. I'm out by that point. I'm already out. I'm like a couple minutes in and out.
I don't like it.
Well, see, now you're a connoisseur of
I
these
know.
types of things. You've got tastes. For
Like
me,
a fine wine.
I'm like a white trash guy who's only ever had Michelob Ultra. You know, I'm like, no, this is the best beer in the world.
pretty good beer.
It's pretty good beer. It's
Pretty good
95
beer.
calories. Watching myself. So I'm eating fucking 9 chicken wings.
That's like me going to a fancy restaurant, and they're like, I was like, I'll do a glass of wine. What kind? Fuck red, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Can you bring out the box to the table before you pour?
You have Francia?
Yeah.
Francia?
Barre foot.
Bad food?
That's how stupid I am.
Yeah, you're like, oh wow, that's
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds nice. Oh, wow. I was seeing a lady for a while who was a sommelier.
Oh yeah.
And I used to.
That must have been annoying.
No, it was
really? It
awesome,
was good.
dude. It was awesome because you bring over this super expensive wine. And
Oh
like,
yeah, that's fun. I like
Dude,
that.
listen, totally changed my palate.
Wow.
I will say,
That's why you can't have the grapes
I
in. You're like,
know.
I know these are fake grapes. They're not from the Napa Valley.
I know, dude. Yeah.
They were harvested in the wrong season.
Dude, before I met her, I was a big Josh guy. Love me some Josh.
Okay.
Dude, I got into it. I can't taste the difference between good wine, but then
Yeah.
I started having good wine a bunch. Now I have Josh, and it took a while. I had to like fight my taste buds.
So
Wow.
you think you can tell if like a wine is
dude.
expensive?
No, I can't. But I was having good wine for like months, and then I had shitty wine.
Yeah.
Like I had Josh, not shitty. It's the biggest wine brand right now in the country. But I had that, and I was like, oh, this is not good. This is not how I remember. So I had to like beat my taste buds into submission again. Just too much Josh.
Too much Josh.
I was just had
That
to
sounds super gay.
Yeah.
Listen.
Too much Josh in your mouth.
Josh just beat
Memorial
my
Day
taste
weekend,
buds into
2002. Too much Josh.
Memorial Day
My
weekend.
butthole was not the same.
Memorial Day weekend marks 10 years. I'll officially be allowed into Canada.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my DUI is getting gonna be.
You got to do anything for that,
Off
or they
the
just
record.
take it off?
I think you still have to call the ambassador or like the prime minister, write a letter or something, and be like,
Really?
"Hey, I learned my lesson. I'm sorry. I'll only drink in Canada." Like that, because those guys drink like crazy.
Yeah, you
I'm going
gotta-
to Canada tomorrow. I'm going to
Really?
Edmonton
Are you
tomorrow.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So for some reason, if you have a DUI, you're apparently not allowed into Canada.
Yeah, they just shut it. They just, I don't know. It's their only way of. That's their border patrol, I guess. It's
Yeah.
like people sitting on horses in red coats and being like, "Hey, you better be fucking not drinking and coming in here, hey. You better be drinking on Molson if you're coming up here, buddy."
We looked up your criminal record. You murdered 2 people, but no DUI.
No
You're good
DUI.
to go.
Come on in.
Enjoy the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the game.
And where are you going? Just up into the forest and going right back down? Okay, come on in.
We're not even going to check your trunk. Just
Nah.
drive on through.
Don't care.
Yeah, what is that sound coming from your trunk?
Yeah.
Help!
Don't worry. They haven't had a DUI either.
They're good. We're golden. Don't worry about it.
Are you a drinker, Drew?
Yeah, I drink occasionally. Usually like when I'm out at shows and stuff and during the day and all night. No, I'm just-
Right now, on the
Right now,
weekends
this is-
before
this is
work,
vodka
and
and,
breakfast.
yeah, I have a real problem. No, I'm a couple of beers or a whiskey or something like that after a show. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
You do it before?
before like comedy and stuff.
Yeah, will you drink before?
Yeah, before a show, sometimes, like especially if I have like a few spots in a night, or like the late shows that I'll do this weekend, I'll probably have like a couple of drinks in between, just so I can be a little looser and fuck around and not feel as like restricted. I guess it helps me with that to just like, I don't know, get into the crowd a little bit more.
It's fun too.
It's fun.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah, and it kind of makes your brain think a little differently. Like I don't want to be drunk, but if I'm in that like couple of drinks, there's a fine line. If I have one beer or like one drink, I'm like a little like I can kind of stutter myself a little bit. Where if I have 2 to 3, I feel like I'm in that like, all right, good spot.
It's that perfect,
and then 4, it goes back to the like, what was I talking about?
it's that sweet spot that you get. It's kind of great, but
it's nice.
But my problem is always that like once I'm doing that, after the show, I'm gonna get fucked up, and if I have shows tomorrow,
fucked up all day.
Yeah, see, no, I shut it down. Like, and I'll probably there'll be at least a couple of nights this weekend I'll get too drunk just because I have buddies up there that that'll encourage me to do so. But yeah, I think about the morning now when I'm out. When they're like, should we do one more? And I'm already like, I'm like, maybe I'm good. Or I'll just get a water and I'll just like start chugging water and shut it down. Because I'm in my 30s now. I just feel awful.
That's impressive, dude.
Like,
that you have that wherewithal.
I mean, it's not like I get up and fucking work out or something. I just want to be able to like feel well enough to eat. Really, I don't want to be so sick in the morning that I can't have a delicious breakfast. You know, I want to wake up and eat something awful and not lose my stomach.
Isn't that bad when you're like going to bed? Now I feel like in my 30s, I like look forward to breakfast.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to go to bed.
Yeah, totally.
Breakfast tomorrow. It's gonna be so good.
That is.
You're putting in your
hilarious.
I don't know if that's a 30s thing or if that's just a being a fat guy move. Yeah. I think if you're looking forward to food, that's a whole different bag of beans.
I mean the fat guy shit where you're like eating lunch and talking to the person about what you're doing for dinner.
Oh yeah, dude. I was in Vegas doing shows and I was sitting at a restaurant and I heard a family finish eating and they go, all right, what are we doing for dinner? I was like, yeah, I guess that's what the Vegas vacation is. It's
dude, that is such a vacation move, especially when you're with family. It's just like, when is our next meal?
Yeah, it's
just
like, all right,
planning the next meal.
We're all together now. We're all going to do a separate thing, and then we'll meet at fucking Bennigan's.
3 more hours and a bunch of shit on the wall.
It's the only thing that everybody has in common.
It's
that
true.
We eat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need it.
Dude, the biggest fat guy move. Have you ever? This sounds like a bit, but have you ever Uber Eats or DoorDashed while sitting on the toilet?
Oh yeah, for sure. You gotta. That's multitasking though. Because I'm also learning
such a piece of shit.
I'm also learning a new language on the other app while I'm doing that. I got Duolingo here, and then I'm like, you know what? I could go for some ramen right now.
Learning Mandarin while ordering Mandarin.
Yeah. How did you learn Mandarin so fast? I have IBS.
Yeah.
Wow.
That makes I'm in the bathroom 12 times a night.
You went to Vegas?
Yeah.
You're a gambler?
Not real. I'm bad at it. I'll play games and stuff like that. Like I'll play roulette and blackjack and maybe throw around some slots here and there. But I fucking suck at it. I just have the worst luck and lose everything all the time.
Dude, I like officially can't win at blackjack now.
Really?
Yeah.
It's over.
It's like I would say I'm like I do well at craps because that's my game. But blackjack is just easier to not lose like a ton of money.
Yeah.
But I think I'm like on a 10 in a row. 10 casino trips where I play blackjack.
Plus Vegas, like they just slowly roll back. It used to be the place to go to gamble to get the best odds and stuff like that. And, obviously a bunch of casinos in the same spot. But now like anywhere on the strip, you can't find a table that's not a $25 minimum, especially on a weekend.
Yeah.
And it's all pays 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 4 on a blackjack. So you're getting less money when you hit on a blackjack.
Really?
You can't find a table that actually pays what it should.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and even if you go off the strip now to like Fremont Street, it's the same way. So it's
really?
Yeah, they're all
that
shitty.
Used to be like Fremont Street used to be where you could go in the afternoon and play like $5 blackjack and have a bunch of beers.
You can do that on the weekday. You can probably find a couple of tables that have that, but if you're going down there on the weekend or even like a Thursday night late at night, it'll be hard to find a $15 table. It's pretty wild.
That's brutal. The only hope you have, and I don't know if they do this in Vegas, but I was just in Syracuse, what's that, Turning Stone.
Oh yeah,
with buddies. If you bring like 5 dudes to a table or 6 dudes and you're like, hey, it's a $25 minimum, all 6 of us are going to sit, can we just lower this to 15?
Yeah.
They will do it.
They won't do that in Vegas.
They won't do it.
No,
in Vegas.
They'll tell you to go fuck yourself because there's a million people waiting to be there. They'd rather not. And also, like, I mean, they have overlords watching them, and then the overlords have another group of people watching them because it's. I mean, all of Vegas is owned by like 2 companies now.
Is it?
It's like MGM, and then whoever owns Caesars is the other one. So I think it's Caesars is the actual like over thing, but they own like 9 of the casinos, and then MGM owns
what about
like 9
Wynn?
of the casinos. And Wynn is one of the ones that's outside of that, I think.
Well, that's my grandfather used to go to Vegas like twice a year. He was like huge gambler, bookie, and he always would talk about like that transition.
Yeah,
you know, and he was like when it was run by like the fucking
his buddies,
the mob. Yeah, like when it was
hey, it's John.
Yeah,
when it was run by those guys, he was like it was actually fun. He's like you could actually like feel like you could win, but then like you just saw like he's like that corporate shit like happened.
Oh
like,
yeah,
so fast. And like he had like so many fucking great stories. He was talking about how like just seeing like a true gambler. He said he was playing craps and this old lady was there. Like he saw her like crying. She was like, "Oh my god, I lost all my money. I can't even afford a plane ticket home." He's like, "All right, here's what we're gonna do." He's like, I know craps pretty well. He's like, "Come here, take this $100 and just bet like I bet, right?" He helps her build up enough money to get a plane ticket, and then she's like, "Okay, you know what? Now that I got the plane ticket, maybe we play a little." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Right? He's like, "Just go." Like literally, he said like he physically like turns this old lady around, like starts walking her towards like the cash out. Right? That's like 2 hours later, he's walking through the casino and fucking sees her at a slot.
Those slots, dude.
I mean, it is. I think out of all of my vices, it is the worst, most addictive one.
Oh, it's crazy because it feels like you can win. You're never gonna win at heroin, but you could win a fucking double down fucking splits, and you're
never gonna win at drinking.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun,
right.
But you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, you might win a free drink, but you're never gonna win a fucking free night in a hotel
and that's only
room.
Trivia night, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, yeah.
No, what I do now to get that out too is because the slots look fun, but I know I'm gonna lose. Is I watch people on YouTube do it. I watch this dude Vegas Matt, dude. He's fucking awesome. Oh. He's just this rich guy, lives in Vegas, and I watched him last night do $500 per spin on a slot machine, and he's just fucking ripping it. Going like another 5,000 in, and I'm like, and you watch how those machines work and the mechanics of them. You're like, oh, you lose unless you hit the bonus or the special within the first fucking 10 spins. Yeah. You're losing money. So
does that get you off a little bit though? You enjoy it?
I like watching them because I just like being like. For me, it reconciles like, okay, that's why we don't play those games, but I still get to watch it. For me, I'm watching a world that I'll probably never experience, which is putting multiple hundreds of dollars per spin on a roulette. I'll never be that guy. So watching somebody do so, it's the same reason I like watching somebody fucking go in the wingsuits down a mountain. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
That looks pretty awesome.
I like those videos a little bit like those like that. I think you watch this guy too. The guy that does
blackjack every day.
Oh yeah,
the guy does 10 cents every day for his. Have you seen this guy?
I just saw him like 2 days ago.
You got to follow him.
You got to follow. I did 100%. I'm like, up that ante, buddy. Let's go.
I think he's up to like 900,000 now. Almost a million followers.
I like it.
I love it,
but
yes,
I also love gambling and like what real gambling is.
Yeah,
and like. The real gambling is like when you're betting with money that you don't have. That's where the fucking excitement, that's where the heroin comes into play.
Right.
I am curious about this guy. I don't know. I don't think we talked about this, but I'm curious if he's actually going in cold playing one hand or if he's playing for like half an hour, kind of betting the minimums and then being like, okay, here's my $80,000 bet. Or if he's walking in and just like
walking in and dropping
cold, no idea what the deck is.
Right.
Well, he's doing them online a lot too,
which is
crazy,
so shady.
So crazy,
so shady,
shady.
But it's also a thing where it's like if he's really like has a gambling problem, that's the guy that I would be more excited to watch because if he is just dropping one and bouncing, cool. You know, you got my view.
I love it.
You got my like.
I get that. I do get that.
I want to see the aftermath of when he like because he'll just be like, oh fuck, I lost 60 grand, and then he like just walks away. I want to see his fucking wife packing up the car. I'll be at my mother's house. I want to see his fucking landlord knocking on the door on fucking May 6th. Like, where is my shit, dude?
Yeah, where's this vlog, dude? Where's this vlog? They would, but the thing is once you start making that content, people are paying for it. Now you'll never. It kind of like self feeds itself. Now we're all watching it. Now he's making enough money that the landlord, he can pay the landlord. It doesn't really matter, even though he did lose.
I wonder how much money he is making, if he's making anything from like YouTube and
I can't imagine you're breaking even throwing that kind of money down.
I mean, he's up now. He's up I think he's up like $600,000 or $700,000.
And he's also monetizing the fuck out of that page, man.
And
you know sponsorships are coming soon to some websites.
They'll just be wearing a fucking Rolex one day. And they'll be like, this is brought to you by Rolex, this bet right here. And
Fuck. Where was Instagram when my dad was losing his rent money? That's what I need. He could have he could have made a ton of money.
Yeah, he didn't have a problem. He was a creator.
Oh, my dad, the influencer?
Yeah.
No, the compulsive gambler.
Yeah, he'll be home in a few years.
Dude, it is crazy when you look at like content creators, influencers. It is the only time it's acceptable to be like, oh, this person's a mess. They need help. But you put a camera in front of them, you're like, this guy's a millionaire.
Yeah, never change.
Never change. You're going to be good. You're going to live till 31.
You're a star kid.
Well, there's this other kid that is, wait, are you a wrestling guy by chance?
No, not WWE. Like here and there, I know I understand it and I'm aware of a lot of stuff, but I don't get into the nitty gritty of the people and shit.
So because like I like the reels of like wrestling from like the 90s, you know, like that gets like, it's always constantly like in my feed. Then there was this other kid that came in there, and I don't watch him because I don't like this, but he has an insane following where it's this like short, like mentally challenged fucking guy who does these stunts where he'll be like
the gigolos and gigolettes. That
yes,
guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Have you
I know
seen
this
this
guy. Yeah, I know this guy.
Gigolettes.
And then he just jumps on top of like a table and it doesn't break. And he's just,
dude. But that's a perfect example of like, this dude would just be fucking like pushing carts at a Walmart.
Oh yeah,
for the rest of his life. But because of this,
but that's the guy who made it.
Yeah,
there's 10,000 people just like him that are posting videos every day. And it's not working out. I think about that with porn too. Like there's a bunch of people like open mic level porn that are getting like 10 views on their clips, and everyone's like, geez, this isn't even good. The
camera's blurry.
Why are you captioning this?
The dialogue.
That's what I look for. That's my favorite. That's for
Why
me.
do they keep showing the guy?
I like how many fat people probably have their before Transformation Tuesday photo in their phone.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
I've taken a few before photos.
That cut me. You know how many I have in my phone right now, dude? I have so many before photos in my phone.
Yeah, and each new one is just the new one because it's not better. It's not like the new. It's not a progress pic.
It's just a better camera.
I woke up feeling motivated today, and tomorrow I went back to the same exact piece of shit I am every day.
It's the only positive about getting fatter when you go, well, at least my transformation will be better.
Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah,
my transformation will be so much more impressive.
So much easier to lose 10 pounds now when I just put on 8 last week. New goals.
It's all water weight. It's going to shed right off. Don't worry.
Do you really have shirtless fat photos in your
I have so many, dude.
I love that.
I have like a whole, I don't even just take one. I take front, left, right,
wow.
back. Wow.
Like you're going to jail.
Yeah, dude.
You're putting yourself in a video game, fucking 3D body scans, fucking dude, bunch of T-pose pictures of you.
I swear to God, I take before photos like every 6 months.
That's great. That's great.
Every 6 months.
How's it going?
Great, dude. Great.
That's awesome.
My God,
dude! I used to create some egregious Ray Zawodnis in Madden and wrestling games. I mean, he was so fast. He was so tall.
Hey, listen, we want what we can't have.
Now if I now it's like if I create a player on a video game, I'm like, fuck, you got to be 34.
Yeah.
Fuck, can't be a rookie anymore.
No, he's in his prime. Don't
You
worry.
hit select. They're like, are you sure? you start your career with a knee injury.
What about law school? Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you sure you want to play in the NFL?
Yeah.
So good.
Oh fuck, man.
What do you have of a vice other than boozing? I don't even know if you could consider that a vice.
It's not right. I wouldn't consider booze a vice. I mean, I smoke more weed than I than I drink. Yeah.
Damn.
Like I'll smoke weed during the day. I'll get in there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Smoke
not
before
right
this?
now. No, not before this. I woke up for this.
Hell yeah.
So funny, dude. No, the amount of comics who come on. We had someone on like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, you want to pod at like 11?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "AM?" And I was like, "I mean, we can push it to noon." I'm like, dude.
Yeah, but if
Comics are the worst.
But if you're waking up in Brooklyn to get here for 11 a.m. is a bit tough. I mean,
You're waking up at 9.
Yeah, that's tough.
Which 9 kind of sucks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single digit on a clock like that in a while.
Nine's
Unless I'm getting
early.
for a flight. Like I just don't get up that early. Because now I'm getting home for spots and shit like that at like 1, 2 in the morning most nights. That I'm like, I can't, what's the point? Why am I getting up at 9 for who?
I do. I wake up around like 9:30 and then sit in bed until like
That's
10.
fun. Yeah. I don't know. I don't subscribe to the get up and get after it, guys.
I'm not The Rock. You
No,
know?
I don't need to be. Go ahead.
Dude, I mean, my mom gets up at like 4:30 in the morning every fucking week.
That's insane.
I don't even get it.
Nuts.
It's. I remember when I lived with her, I would be getting home like fucking hammered, and then I'd be like having like a nightcap, and I would just hear like.
Oh my God.
And it was just kind of like not only was it her alarm, but it was my notification that I'm a loser.
Yeah, right.
So tough, dude.
It's like, get up. Also, get your shit together. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Also, I don't abide by this whole or subscribe to this whole like wake up early, let's get after it. It's like because people who wake up at 4 a.m. They go to bed at like 6 p.m.
Yeah, no
It's
matter
not
what,
hard.
you're sacrificing your whole day one way or the other, and like
I'd rather be out at night when people are awake.
yeah, and also like, I just don't like you're still gonna die. You're still gonna die.
That's true.
You can get up,
Amen.
like you have a good 10 years. Go ahead, dude. If it starts getting bad, I'll fucking pull the trigger. I don't care. You'll be healthy in your 80s. Who gives a fuck, dude?
A meteor's probably going to hit the world before any of us hit 50 anyway.
I'm gonna be full up of plastic at that point in my body. I'll be up to the brim in plastic.
So
and
much plastic in the water.
Yeah.
There's so much plastic in that
Good
right now.
Good. I've been
So
microdosing plastic my whole life, dude. I'm immune.
Well, you got to start drinking health drinks like Celsius.
That's true. That's true.
Coke
which
Zero.
I just found. It says live fit.
Yeah, no, that's the fitness one, dude. What's just pick an ingredient out of the middle there and see if you can pronounce it.
What do you mean? Pantothenic acid?
Oh, that's actually really good. That's
Okay.
actually really good for you.
Well, perfect, because this says 200% of it.
Oh, good. 200% of what you
That's
need
your
in a
daily
day.
limit.
And
Oh
then
my
there's
God.
Well, actually, dude, there's ginger root extract. That's got.
oh, that's good.
What's that, 1%?
I don't even know.
They don't even put it in. It's so low.
Yeah, I feel like your body's not supposed to have this. There is no.
There's biotin in here. It's good for your hair and nails.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good.
How am I finishing that?
Live fit, dude.
Oh, man. That's such a what a scam.
You're trying to get
slogan.
sponsorship? Live fit, dude.
Live fit.
Just cut to the ambulance coming. He had 3. He's having a heart attack.
Dude, we're never going to get a Celsius sponsor.
Okay.
Live fit. That's
It
such
says
a scam.
Burns body fat right on the front of the
Does it
can.
really?
It says Burns body fat.
Do I look thinner since we started?
Dude,
You're thinning out by
you
the-
do look thinner.
It's actually
I noticed
going-
it last night.
Well, you know what it is. Here's I
Tell me what it
I do
is,
know that
Ray.
my face looks a little thinner.
Yeah.
If I just go off carbs for like 4 days, it just shrinks my fucking fat face.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then it's hard to stay off of the carbs. That's the thing.
Yeah, I had a slice of pizza.
Because
last night.
I walk by a bakery and get a fucking boner, and it just brings me into the door.
There's too much shit that I want to eat in
Yeah.
this fucking city.
Well, I'm motivated by food too, for sure. Like I definitely look forward to like a treat or something like
After a
that.
set,
Like, or
after a
if I'm
show.
like out and about, or even if I'm like just running running errands. Like I have to go to the grocery store after this. I'll be leaving with something I shouldn't be eating, just because I'm like, well, I went out and I walked around and I got the food.
I deserve this.
Yeah, I need this.
I deserve this.
Yeah,
sir.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is a good question that you made me think of here, Drew. Is do you have a one specific like comedy show reward for after that you'll usually get, or do you have a you're like saddie like for a shit set?
I'm more of like, for me, if I can go without food, but once I have something, if I have one thing to eat, the fucking floodgates open up, and then I'm just putting peanut butter on bread at 3 a.m. because that's all I have in my house, and I just want fucking food in my face. And the weed helps with that too. Where if I'm smoking and I don't have anything, I'm like, that's fine, and I get hungry, and then I wake up and I look forward to breakfast.
Like bacon,
but if not, if I open up that gate, I forget hunger or being full is a factor, and I just want to put every new flavor in me all the time. So not necessarily a specific thing. I love candy. Like I'm a candy guy more than like baked stuff or like sour, chewy. My teeth are all fucked up.
Dude, behind the bar we were at last night for the show before the stand.
Oh, Lucky Jack's.
Lucky Jack's. There is a Swedish candy store right behind there.
Really?
Really good, dude.
I'm gonna have to go.
Really good.
I'm going down that way later tonight.
Oh, it's so good. I think it's called Bonbons, maybe.
Bonbons. I'm literally gonna write it down.
Charles Engel Charles Engel brought me there like a year ago, and I bought like $20 worth of like sour candy and like salted licorice. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, dude.
So good.
So good. Charles enrages me because he'll be like, he'll talk about binge eating.
I can't stand it.
I love Charles, but he'll be like, oh, you ever just go and get like 9 pastries after the thing? And I'm like, yeah, I want to. And then he's like rail thin, skinny.
He's got a six-pack.
Oh, got a gorgeous body.
If I eat a croissant, I can see it in my body for a week. I can see just a crescent moon somewhere.
It going down like a Plinko chip on Price is Right, down to my fat fucking belly.
Yeah, we've taken the train home with him like to Astoria, and he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna hit the bakery right now, and I'm like, oh, we're bonding, and then I'm like, no, we're not the same at all, dude.
No,
I'm like, you have a 6-pack.
Yeah, how do you do this?
Well, that's what we went out with Trusso for lunch the one day, and he fucking like he's like heavy like carnivore diet like CrossFit, and he's like, let's get a cookie, let's get a big cookie at this place. And I'm like, I don't know, man, I can't do a cookie. He's like, it's Sunday. And I was like, okay. And I go in and I was like, yeah, but I do this Monday.
Yeah, I will be.
Tuesday.
And this will make me want to do it every day.
I want to do it later tonight.
And see, I do feel like, I do think about that where I'm like, man, if I really could just reel it in, having that treat is so glorious. And I do that for moments. Like I even, like earlier this year, I did like that 86-hour fast and just didn't eat anything for like a whole week.
How was that?
It was fine. Like it was definitely hard. There was days that were easier and harder than others, but I mean, I haven't thought about not eating since. Like,
were you fucking pissed off though?
Not really. There was like things that like maybe I'd be a little snappier at somebody who fucking like cut me off or something like that, or like that you could fucking go up the stairs. We fucking stay to the right of the like shit like that. You know, just that I'm already annoyed about, but I just keep it in.
You know where that helps? Nicotine. That's when you get on the Zins, dude. You give me 5 packs of Zins, I won't eat for 5 days.
Yeah. No, that's true. That and seltzer waters, dude. Just having like flavored seltzers, which again, I'm sure the flavoring is fucking just combining into some big cancerous cell somewhere
it's fine. It's
under
just water.
my lung.
Yeah, it's just water.
I'm sure whatever fucking chemical they use to make watermelons not out of watermelons is totally good for me.
Dude, I saw this guy on social media. He was talking about how he lost like 30 pounds because every time he got hungry, he just had a Zin instead of food.
Wow.
And I've tried to do that, and then I'll have a Zin. I'll be like, I'm still hungry.
You could understand him talking through having 8 Zins in his mouth. Like, no, I didn't have Zin.
Still locked in, dude.
I remember this comic. I was having a conversation in front of her, and I was saying how like I'm addicted to food. Like,
yeah.
And she like sits me down like the next day, like we're doing the show, and she goes, hey, do you mind if I tell you something? And I was like, the fuck? She's just about my act. She's gonna show my act. Yeah. And she was like, you can't actually be addicted to food. And she's like, and like fad diets don't work. I've tried every single diet on the planet. She's like, what you need to do is intuitive eating.
Intuitive eating.
I was like, what the fuck is that? She's like, you just eat when you're hungry. And I was like, yeah, man, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And then she goes, no, but like you don't deprive yourself of anything when you're hungry. Like, okay, are you hungry right now? I was like, yeah, hungry right now.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what do you want? I was like, I want 40 fucking hot wings.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you're missing my point. I said, no, I'm not. It doesn't make any sense. I understand the philosophy of it, but it would never like. The only way I think I could ever really like lose a bunch of weight is something fucking mad restrictive.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like I'm not stupid.
That's what I mean.
I know what I'm supposed to do to lose weight. It's clearly documented on how it works, and if it doesn't work for you, there's alternatives. I just don't want to do it every day. I do like opposite of cheat meals. So your guy was like, it's Sunday, we can have a cookie. I'm like, it's Sunday, I should have a salad. It's the opposite. I'm eating cookies every other day of the week. And then I'm reeling it in one day, and I'm like, I'm a changed man. This is who I am.
I had a salad yesterday, maybe the first time in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Every Monday I turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, exactly. And tomorrow, I'm getting after it.
Do you have this? Do you have this? You can't. I think this might be like an ADHD, OCD thing. You can't turn over a new leaf unless it's on a Monday.
It needs to be. Well, I think part of it is just like I'm not done being me yet.
Yeah.
Like I need another. I need another 6 hours of being this piece of shit. Yeah. But guess what? Because then also I use that to justify. I'm like, well, tonight's the last night, big night. We got to go all in. Let's get the let's get the cupcake. Let's go to the bakery with Charles. Let's get everything we can fucking get.
Yes.
I have so many all-in nights.
Oh,
That's the last night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it is, and that's why I disagree with that lady, is that it is addicting because it's just like gambling. You're
so
all in.
addicting.
This is all I got, and then you're like, let's go to the ATM and get another fucking round. And
I've been having all-in nights every night for like the past 4 months.
Dude, that is so true. That is with like anything in my life, like starting to exercise, starting to like get better with like career stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always it's always like, well, all right, Monday is when we're doing it, or like the 1st is when we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then you get to like, I don't know, October, you're like 2025.
Right. You know? Yeah, we got 2 more months to really get it together. And because the problem is you forget that on Monday you're gonna wake up feeling exactly how you feel right now.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel exactly how you feel in the moment where you're like, not yet. And you're gonna just keep fucking putting it off.
You know what's fucked? I saw this and it totally changed my perspective. Because I've been up and down. I'm sure both of us same way. Like up and down. I'll lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. My whole life. I saw someone goes, because you want to think when you lose weight, you're like, I got to lose like 2, 3, 4 pounds a week to really be successful. And this guy goes, if you lose 1 pound a week, a year from now, you'll be down 52 pounds.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
And it totally changed my perspective because I've never lost 50 pounds.
Right.
You know, and it's always like, I got to lose 50 pounds. But you go these extremes of like up and down.
Yeah, you try and lose 50 pounds in a month instead of doing it over the course of a year. And
it was like 1 pound a week.
And really all it is like, don't eat too much. And you don't, because I was watching this guy on YouTube. He's like, he ate nothing but fucking Pop-Tarts and soda, but he counted the amount of calories that he was eating, and he still lost weight. I'm sure his body was dying inside, but he still had enough. The other problem with the losing weight shit too is I'm one compliment away from just throwing it all away. If he said to you, like, yeah, your face is looking a little thinner, like he said to you, I'd be like,
I'm
great,
sorry,
mission
I
accomplished.
shouldn't have done that.
Yes.
Like I'm done now. That's exactly what I was going for. I'm great. You know what? I actually can go get a treat today because I'm making progress and I'm thin. And then I forgot I was trying to lose weight in like 3 days.
That is my cursed tip.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear something bullshit too that I did? Is yesterday I went to the gym for the first time in like a month. Like went back into the gym, had a great fucking workout, had a shake in the morning, fucking salad for lunch.
Right.
And we go out to a show and then somebody was like, hey, you want to grab some food? And I throw out a couple healthy options, and like my buddies who are thin are like, Charles being one of them, was like, there's a pizza place around the corner. I was like, I don't really want to do pizza. That's the easiest thing. And I was like, yeah. And then immediately in my head I go to, I did go to the gym for an hour. Yeah. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if I get veggies on the pizza, it's fine.
The justification of everything in life, like even fucking, we've talked about this before, is where, I don't know if you've ever had to like break up with someone or like quit a job.
Yeah.
You use every like you'll be like, I was gonna break up with Leanne today, but it's Passover.
Yeah,
It's like,
you
neither
can't
of you
do
are
it.
Jewish. It's like, yes, but what if one of her family members is?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, and you would just find every fucking reason
Totally.
to not do it. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
I had that, not that what you were talking about, but yeah, dude, someone complimented me. Like, I went like a week and a half. This was last summer. I went like a week and a half, 2 weeks, no carbs. I was
Yeah.
feeling good. You know, you lose a couple pounds,
Right.
but I'm feeling thin. And someone came up to me and was like, you know, yeah, are you still doing no carbs? You look good.
Yeah.
Next day, I stopped
over.
immediately.
It's over,
I was
dude.
like, I think that night, I was like, I think I can have pizza.
My counter to that now is anytime someone says that, I just say I'm fattest I've ever been.
Oh, that's good.
And then they're like, "Oh, really? No, you look good." I'm like, "Now I'm the fattest I've ever been."
Hilarious.
Wow, that's
Dude, I was
good.
gaining weight like
Yeah.
2 years ago or whatever, and my aunt kept being like, "You look good." I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm 10 pounds heavier since the
that's
last
good.
time you saw me."
See, I have a grandma who's the opposite. She's like, "Got a little fat, Drew." Thanks, Meme. Good to see you.
That crushes you, dude.
Oh yeah.
My grandparents, it was my grandfather would hit me with the like, well, you're getting fat.
Yeah.
And then my grandmother would be bragging about how much food I ate.
Right.
I remember her she called her
Who do I want to make happy?
It's yin and yang right
she
there.
called her twin sister every day. I was like 10 years old. I would overhear her and it would embarrass the fuck out of me on the phone. She'd be like, "You're never gonna guess who ate 9 chicken fingers today." It's like I think Dorothy has a pretty good probability of getting this right.
Yeah.
Who, your fat grandson? Yeah, I think he fucking nailed it. How many milkshakes did he have today?
Yeah.
One before and one after.
He's so impressive. He's such a big boy.
He's a big boy. That Raymond.
He's gonna be big and strong.
That is
well, because most grandmothers were lived in a time of poverty, so they it's just being able to eat. They're like, wow, no, I could only eat a pea because it's all we could afford.
Yeah, they're not bragging about you. They're bragging about how much they can afford.
Yeah, they're like,
look at me, flush with food.
I was able to put 9 chicken tenders in that fat little faces.
And can you believe it? He ate them all.
He ate them all.
That said, thank God that little cocksucker didn't want 10. 'Cause, we got money, not that much
Yeah,
money.
we don't
a
have
whole
that
half a
money.
bottle of honey mustard. Oh my God. Drew, growing up, you grew up with a bunch of siblings.
Yeah.
7, you said? You're one of 7?
I'm one of 7. Second
Are you the
oldest?
oldest?
Second oldest of
Second
7.
oldest.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mostly dudes, mostly chicks.
6 boys, 1 girl.
Holy shit, that poor girl.
Girl's the second youngest. She just turned 15, 16.
Damn,
But she's turning 16 this year.
That would be super intimidating. Dating, date eventually when she starts dating, right?
She has a
Holy
boyfriend and
shit,
stuff.
dude.
It's I mean it's different because we're not all for me growing up it was mostly 5 boys growing up because there's a big age gap between the 5th and then the girl.
And her,
it's like
yeah.
13 years. So if she
The
was
5th and the girl.
the 5th and the girl, So if she was still, if we were all still living at home, that would be a big factor. It's
Dude, that would be crazy. I can't imagine dating someone, going over to her house for the first time, meet her family, and it's
Yeah.
just her fucking 6 older brothers are like, "What's your name?" And you're like, "Oh God."
Yeah, how are you gonna provide for my sisters? I'm 16.
I don't know. I have a caddy during the summers.
I make more hourly wage at Wendy's than you ever did in any job you worked after graduating college.
Oh fuck.
Wait, you dating that girl? You better watch out for the Dunn boys.
Yeah.
They call you the Dunn boys.
Yeah, the Dunn
Dude,
boys.
that's pretty
That
good.
was the Dunn
Holy
boys,
shit.
dude. Yeah.
You better be careful. If you get on the Dunn boys' bad side, you're done.
You're done. That's why they call them that. That's not even their name.
It's Rodriguez, actually.
But it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
What was it like? What kind of childhood did you have? Was it crazy? Was it?
Oh yeah, it was chaotic. I mean, we moved around a lot. So I was born in Jamaica Plain in Boston. We lived around there for a few years, and then we moved up to Lebanon, New Hampshire, and we're just every time we move, we just add a sibling. We're on the run. And then we actually lived outside of Seattle for a good chunk of my childhood. My dad got a job at Microsoft and took us all out there. So until 2003, I lived there. Then we came back, and I lived in Nashua, New Hampshire ever since. And it was just we never had money. Only my dad worked. So it was, it's not like we were poor. My parents were just really bad at managing their money, so they would be like, "Hey, we got a new TV. You guys aren't gonna have lunch money for a week."
I hope you like peanut butter and bread.
And then one of us would break the TV, and it would be like, "Oh, yeah, we're all in. We got nothing." Yeah.
Also, got to be hard to have money when you have just 5 little dudes running around.
Oh, it's insane. We're breaking everything. We're fucking drinking a gallon of milk every other hour.
That is,
Dude, you just had 5
crazy.
little fucking kids with something on their face at all times, just drinking milk milk out of the carton, out of the fridge, and like sneak, because mom didn't want us to do it, but then you'd always catch him and be like, Mommy's fucking drinking out of the carton again. And then she'd go run off to him and you'd be like, do it yourself. Yeah. It was insane, dude. I mean, there was always somebody arguing, always some sort of fighting. And then if not, if we were all getting along, then it's us against the parents. So it's like tribal warfare at all times. Like they wanted us to divide. They needed to divide and conquer their own children.
They're like the U.S. government.
Exactly,
like,
dude.
Keep them separated.
Yeah, like you're on the left, you're on the right. You guys are arguing. Don't pay attention to where this money's going.
They're like, we're going to Outback. You hang here.
Exactly. You're babysitting for free. Yeah. Clean the house.
Holy shit, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
Did you ever do anything like real bad as a kid that like really got you fucking in trouble?
The most, I mean, nothing like crazy to the point where the biggest things you get in trouble for when you're a kid are like getting caught looking at porn on the family computer, like shit like that. I would say the biggest thing I did when I was in high school was I did mushrooms for the first time, and then I started to smoke weed back then too. So I was hanging out at my buddy's house. We had my buddy's Joe's house that we'd all be able to go over and just hang out, play video games, and fuck around. We weren't doing anything like nefarious. We were just literally smoking, drinking, chilling kind of thing. And my parents thought I was gay because of that. So we were on family vacation. I had just done I don't like men no more. That's such a great clip.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we thought, and because my dad is a liberal guy now, but he was raised very homophobic. Like he was in the military in the 80s, and he was fucking. I mean, he was raised by my grandfather, who like went to jail for fighting a guy who like tried to grab his dick at a urinal kind of thing. Are you kidding? So my dad heard rumors about gay people. Like he thought they could fucking turn you gay by looking at you too long. So
Drew, they're out there.
Yeah.
You gotta watch.
You gotta be careful.
You're moving to New York City.
Yeah. No, he's good now. But when we were young,
contact.
When we were young, like pre-gay rainbow, like when it was just gays.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun yet. It was still like mysterious.
It wasn't a party.
It was still mustaches and fucking glory holes to him, Like he
Route 66.
Yeah, exactly. So
mustaches and glory holes.
I got accused of being gay on a family vacation. We were just at like, those indoor water Cocoa Keys, like indoor water park, like in fucking New Hampshire somewhere. And he's just like, you've been hanging out with your friend Joe a lot, huh? Sucking his dick too. I'm like, I'm emotional. I just did mushrooms for the first time. I'm like, I'm not even cool with that. I feel guilty about everything. I'm just like, no. And now I'm crying, saying I'm not gay. And he's like, that's fucking gay.
Stop crying.
Yeah. Stop crying. God. I think that was like the biggest trouble I felt like I was in, and because my parents, like we'd get in trouble all the time, just with
your biggest trouble. Like the biggest time I got in trouble is when my dad accused me of being gay.
Yeah, it would have been a big problem. He's like, I don't care what you be when you grow up, you better not be gay.
Dude, I love that when you were just like, no, I'm doing mushrooms and smoking weed, and he's like, that's fine.
No, that would not have been fine either. That would have been definitely
real
not
fucking bad.
Cool.
That was the one thing my grandmother was really weird about. Is like the one that used to brag about me eating. She was like super sweet and like never yelled at me and my brother unless we called each other gay.
Oh, wow.
Like I remember we were like kids and we'd be fighting and I'd be like, Mike, I hope you fucking die, and my grandma would be like, all right, now boys, hey, settle down, boys.
Yeah.
And then my brother would be like, yeah, well, Ray is gay, and she'd be like, no, he's not. He's gonna grow up and marry a woman one day. Like, holy shit, what is going on?
Well, dude, I think religion just beat that generation over the head with like being gay is bad, and it really took a lot for them to get over that hump. With like gay marriages shouldn't be a question, but it really was for a long time because of that. It was the core of it from religion.
10 years ago,
yeah.
You had Obama and Biden being like, marriage is between a man and a woman, not a man and a man.
Because that's the script they were handed because they got the fucking general consensus. They're like, they're still not cool with that.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I also love that your grandma, I was like, when you were like, yeah, my grandma hated when we called each other gay. I was like, wow, this seems like a very progressive lady. That's surprising for an older generation person. And no, she was just like, you don't even put that into his head.
How dare you? That's the most awful thing you could ever call someone.
Don't even try to convince him.
Yeah, she was. That was just her one bugaboo. She used to call them Flaky Jakes.
Flaky
Jesus
Jakes.
Like she'd
Christ.
see a guy on TV.
My dad used to call them a different F word.
She would be like, that guy. She'd be like, I think that guy on that cooking show. I think he's a Flaky Jake.
Oh,
I was like, Emerald? He's just Italian. Give him a break.
Look at his wrist.
Hey, that's called he's salting. He's salting the dish.
holy shit.
I avoided a lot of trouble because that's the good thing about having that many brothers. We would just play the blame game on somebody. My parents were like, they're like a cop that would show up to like two gangs fighting and no one knew nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Someone stabbed in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. And then because if one of your brothers ratted, then you had to set him aside and be like, what the fuck are you talking to him about?
This is between us.
You bringing it up to the feds about it?
Dude, keep it in the family.
This is done boy business only.
We was wrestling, wasn't we? We was just wrestling.
We was having a good time.
We were playhousing.
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
You don't want an accident to happen tonight. You know
You're
what I
damn
mean?
shame if some other accident happened to you right now. Maybe the wiffle ball gets a little too far inside. I don't know.
Maybe that big wheel runs over your neck. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe I push you a little too hard on the swings. What do you say?
Dude, I love the idea of the Dunn boys being these like 10-year-olds that are all talking like the Sopranos. I would watch that fucking show.
Yeah. I got some business coming in from the north today.
Did you tell Ma? Did you tell Ma that I drank right from the gallon? Okay. I'm gonna find out who it was.
That's pretty much what it was.
That's so good.
Boys.
The Dunn Boys. Dude, I'd watch that movie.
I love that we made you insanely Italian.
No, it's great. We're Irish American. But yeah, it's Italian's more watchable.
Dude, that's so funny. Have you ever been arrested?
No, never been arrested. I've come close a couple times. I
Ever
think.
been cuffed?
No cuffs. No. I'm a slick talker.
That's good, dude.
No. One time I got pulled over. I was coming back from my buddy's house and I was super high and I drove past the school. There's a cop in the school parking lot and I'm going the speed limit. So, but I was like, I'm gonna go the other way because I saw him like coming by. So I was like, and I go by a different school and there's two cops there and they pull up behind me. Brutal. And it's the one that I don't have Visine to at least make because when I smoke, my eyes get redder than the devil's cock. Like it is obvious that I was either crying or fucking smoking weed.
Broke up with me.
I'm not gay.
I was just at the water park with my dad.
Yeah.
That's where I was coming from.
I was, and I pull up to a stop sign. I stopped. They light me up, and I was like, "Fuck, dude."
God damn.
And he comes up, and I didn't break any laws. So he's
Yeah.
like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Yeah, is everything okay? Like, I saw a lot of you guys out. Is everything all right tonight?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no, we're just kind of doing some tests and stuff like that." He looks at my ID, and he's like, "It's curfew. You just want to make sure you're old enough, and you're good to go." I was like, "Holy fuck!" And I was fumbling to get the license out, dude. I couldn't get it out of the thing. And he's like, "Everything all right?" He's like, "You nervous?" I was like, "No, I just want to make sure everything was good tonight. I was nervous that maybe something was happening in the community."
Maybe an escaped serial killer
Yeah,
or
is
something?
there something
It's
I
not
should-
me.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm
But
totally cool.
that's the good thing about weed is you can sober up almost instantaneously when a moment like that happens, as long as you have some experience with it. Where if you're drunk in that situation, you're fucked. Like, because I got pulled over once. I was leaving a brewery show in Massachusetts, and they give you like a couple of free beers or something like that. And I had them after the show, so I had like a beer. I was hanging with the other comic for a little bit, and I had another beer, and I just got in my car and left. Yeah. And I got pulled over. Apparently, my taillights were out, both of them. Both the taillights were out. So the guy was like, thought my lights were off. So he pulls me over, suspecting me of drunk driving immediately.
Yeah.
Has me get out of the car. Goes to the back, goes to the front, sees that the lights are on. He like tells me to like step away. He thinks I'm like switching the fucking lights on as he goes to the front and back of the car.
Funny.
He's like, I've been in the force 30 years.
You're not gonna put a wall over
I
these
never
eyes.
seen nobody's taillights both go out at the same time. I was like, Japanese made cars, sir. It's not thinking I could connect with them on like a white American level.
Yeah. He's like, my wife's Japanese.
Fuck.
Shows you a picture of his whole family.
I have 4 kids.
Yeah, my dad did 4 toys over there. So he was like, "You've been drinking tonight?" I said, I just did a show at a brewery. He's like, "So you're drinking?" I was like, "No, I'm a comic. I did a show. I had 1 beer and I left." He's like, "Yeah, you know how many times I've heard 1 beer?" He's like, "Look, buddy, just tell me you've been drinking. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to get you a hotel room and we'll take care of it. We'll make sure that you're not driving tonight because I'm going to be nice to you, but those stadies out there aren't going to be nice to you." I was like, "This just smells like a trap, dude." And I was like, "No, I'm not. Like, I'm not drunk. I don't need that. I'm driving home tonight. I'm driving this car home tonight. I don't care. And he's like, look, man, I don't think, I want to do a DUI test. So I need a breath. I was like, I don't think that's really necessary. He's like, are you denying a breathalyzer test? Which I know what that means, which is like, he's going to pull you out and arrest you and take you to the station. So I was like, no, I'm not denying it. I'll do it. And then right when he did that, I was like, fuck, bro. Like I literally just had some craft beer. I don't know what percent it's fresh on me. And like, I could definitely blow over even though I feel completely sober to drive. And I'm sitting there. It took like fucking 10 minutes. I'm just sitting in my car fucking like nervous as fuck. And he comes back and goes, buddy, I don't have any straws for the DUI test. So consider it your lucky day. Why don't you go get out of here and just know those stadies going to treat you like shit. So you're going to get pulled over again tonight. And I was like, sure thing, buddy. And I just fucking left. And I was like,
what an asshole.
And also what a shitty cop to not have straws for you. Yeah. What are you using them for? Snorting coke on your fucking brakes, you piece of shit.
Dude, that means he's doing so many DUI pullovers.
Oh yeah,
that's
dude.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I think I handled it well. I think I could have. I was a sentence or two away from just getting yanked out of the car or getting pulled out, or I mean, I really think if I blew there, I probably would have been super close to being over that 0.08 just because I literally just had that beer.
Because they can arrest you for like 0.06, 0.07. It doesn't have to be 0.08. Like they can fuck you up a little bit. Right. Also, when you do the field sobriety, like those are real hard.
Oh, I had to do that once too. Actually, I got pulled out. I was dead sober.
Yeah.
I was coming back from Maine. I had 2 shows up in Maine, so I was driving back at like 2 a.m. I'm going like 85 and a 55. I get pulled over by 2 undercovers, like literally taking the exit to go to my house after 2 hours of driving. And they're like, "You're driving super fast. We just want to do a DUI test." And I was dead sober. Didn't have it. I was like, "Yeah, dude, let's fucking." I was excited. I was like, "I've only seen this on cops."
I was like, "I'm sober. I would love to do it."
So I do the whole thing. They do the pen thing, which that's all they really need, I guess. For most people, there's a point where you like your eye will do a little bounce thing if you're too drunk and you try and look to your peripheral that far. They look for the edge of your eye to like do a little weird thing. And then I walked the line. I did the fucking touch your toes, say the alphabet, all that shit. And then they were like, "Yeah, we knew from the pen thing you were sober, but
that's so funny."
And I think one of the guys I went to high school with his younger brother or something like that. So he recognized the name and then was like, just kind of giving me shit and putting me through the ringer. But I was like, that was the least nervous I'd ever been pulled over. And then they didn't even give me a ticket. So I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, those are tough though. Because you can, even if you have like one drink and you do it, I mean, as working for the DA's office, I've had to make that argument. I'm like, no, they're very reliable. But like, you get someone out of the car midnight, they're nervous, even if they're not drinking.
Dude, go walk down the sidewalk in New York City and tell me half these people can just walk a straight line, dead sober in the middle of the day. They're all over the place. Like,
and it's also very specific instructions. It's like, keep your feet together until
you're nervous.
I start.
You're nervous. Your heart rate's up. You're fucking like the lights are on you.
Stand like this, arms down, like with your feet like this, like toe to heel. And then they're like, listen to my instructions, take 9 steps, do a 3-point turn, and they'll show you, but it's still like,
unless you have some ballerina training, you're not nailing that first try.
You're doing it like a lineman.
Like if you put a ladder down, I could do some footwork stuff in here, but I can't.
Dude, I can't believe this just reminded me of this. One of the first jokes that I ever wrote doing comedy, I just remembered it. This fucking unlocked a memory. Is my joke was, I've been giving back to the community. I've been teaching DUI classes. Yeah, I've been training people on how to pass field sobriety tests. It was like running a whole combine there.
Oh, that's good.
The reason I dropped the joke, but I was just thinking about that.
That's a fun joke.
That's a funny sketch.
Yeah, that's good.
You could bring that back and do a sketch for sure.
That's I never had to take the test. When I got my DUI, they knew.
Well, DUIs terrify me just because it's so important. Like, it's such an important part of comedy just to be able to have the car and get around and shit like that. Because I had my close friend got a DUI, and I was driving him to like his classes back and forth, all the little retreats they make you do, and then he was going to school, so I was just driving him to school every day because he got pulled over.
Good friend,
but he got pulled over hammered at like late at night. And he told me this long story about like what he said to the cop. He's like, look, I maybe had a couple too many to drink. And then I'm bringing him to this lawyer's office and we read the police report. And it says verbatim, like, I said to, I'm not going to say his name. I said to the guy, sir, how are you tonight? And after literally 1 full minute, he turned to me and said, whoa, I'm way too drunk to drive. In which case, we asked him to get out of the vehicle, and we conducted a field sobriety test, and breathalyzed.
My
all that
God,
shit.
dude, that is so funny, dude. I've had a couple of those. Well, those, you know what? Those are always fun police reports, but they always plea. They never go to trial.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
right.
I had one. I think this guy's like maybe still. He like skipped bail a bunch of times. Like we never. But it was like an OUI 6th. In Massachusetts, and his I couldn't wait to try this, dude, because a 6 is like you're going to jail.
It's over.
2.5 years,
it's over.
minimum.
Yeah.
And his booking photo is him laughing, giving the cop the finger. Oh, it was so good,
That's fucking
dude.
beautiful.
I loved it. Yeah, the ones when like people like they're like, yeah, you read in a report, they're like, yeah, I came over, I saw they had a 12-pack in the passenger seat, 1 in the cup holder, 2 on the floor.
Yeah.
There was puke all over the shirt, and you're like, this is gonna plea, but what a good report.
Yeah, I know. God damn.
I wish we could take that to trial.
Yeah, let's get these on fucking all these TikTok videos where AIs are reading them and shit. Like,
Dude, they could do that.
I would watch that.
I would watch that.
That'd make a lot of money.
Because they're public record. Are they public record? No.
Yeah, you got to do, I think, like a FOIA request. But
okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's a show.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just really, I think it's all public. You can get it all. Unless it's like sealed.
New podcast coming soon called Police Report, everybody. Tune in.
We should do that. We should just like request local police reports.
That would be really cool. For this show, that would be really cool.
That's a good segment.
Yeah.
And then
really
just
cool.
be like our troublemaker of the week and read a police report.
Oh, that's fucking great.
That's really fun.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's
That's great. Look at that. We're evolving the show.
Working together. Hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah, that'll take 10%.
Hey, listen, we'll give it to you.
Hey, I'm
gonna need
I'm
it.
paying the 10%, or the fucking Dunn boys are going to be knocking on our door.
And by 10%, I mean I want to ship it at Celsius. That's all.
Trying to hop in on my diet.
Just a ship. I'm trying to burn body fat apparently with a little asterisk next to it.
It accelerates metabolism, dude. I love that. Like it says essential energy. Yes, I could see that. I'm fucking fired up right now. But then it says accelerates metabolism, burns body fat, but they both have an asterisk next to them.
Because go read the asterisks. It's going to be like, these are blatant lies.
Yeah, this is just what our CEO said once.
What's the asterisk say?
Celsius helps maintain this body's regular metabolic function. Celsius alone does not produce weight loss in the absence of a healthy diet and moderate exercise. So whether you walk the dog or work out at the gym, make Celsius part of your daily regimen.
Yeah, dude, they're just like, you know what also does that? Water.
Dude, there's people that's how stupid that most people are. They will skip the gym and just be like, I had a Celsius today.
I drank a Celsius.
I'm working out. They got the vibrating app thing on there.
Yeah, I bet some people do that.
Dude, I remember being like 13 years old. I had that ab crunch machine, and I used to do it. And I did it for like 5 days straight, and I was like, I'm not losing any weight. I can't even see my 6-pack.
Yeah, this is bullshit, dude.
Dude, I did one of the most embarrassing things. I did Slim Fast when I was like 12, 11.
Nice.
And
the original Ozempic.
Well, dude, yeah, but it was Ozempic if it didn't work and made you fatter.
Right.
Because it was it was just milkshakes. You just replaced a meal with milkshakes. But like when I was a kid, I didn't really eat breakfast. So I was just using that as my breakfast. So I was just adding like 250, 300 calories.
Yeah, for no reason.
But one time I was staying with my dad, and I brought 2 Slim Fast with me because I was going to be with him for 2 nights, and they were like chocolate Slim Fast, right? I put the 2 in his fridge. I go to school for the day, and I come home, and there's 2 Slim Fasts in there, but they are mocha flavored, and I was like, hey, what's going on here? These are like a completely different Slim Fast. Would you swap these out or do something? Or am I crazy? And he was like, I got the wrong ones. I was like, well, they're not the wrong one. I could have anyone. He was like, yeah, well, not only that, I drank your 2, and then I drank 6 of the wrong ones. My dad, in one day, drank, what would it be? Like, it was like an 8-pack, 8 Slim Fasts.
It's like 2,000 calories of milkshake.
There were like 300 calories.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Slamming fucking
Like,
Slim Fast.
they're healthy, right?
What?
I'm getting skinny.
I'm working out by the second. I'm Slim Fast over here.
He was like, they're like milkshakes, but they're not that good. They're not that good.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a treat.
You put down a case, brother.
They're not that
I
good.
thought they'd get better as they kept having.
Oh, dude. Well, we're past an hour, man. That was a great episode. Thank you for coming
man,
on.
of course.
I
That was
really
fun.
appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
This will be out next Wednesday.
Cool.
If you want to tell the people where they can find you, if you have anything coming up.
Yeah, next Wednesday. I'm all over the road, so DrewDunnComedy.com for all my tour dates. Follow me on social media. Check out my Don't Tell set, my Dry Bar special,
Hell
all
yeah.
that stuff. And yeah, we'll see you out there.
Hell yeah.
Hell
dude.
yeah, man. Check Drew out. And Drew, you're close in the neighborhood. We got to have you back, man.
Yeah,
That'd
hit
be
me up
fun.
anytime, dude. I'm happy to do it.
We'll bring you back once we start firing out some of these police reports. and
Please, I'd
fucking
love to
good-
do that,
That's
dude.
we got to do that.
That's
dude.
exciting.
Hell
Yeah.
Just gonna do. They're like, why does this one guy keep requesting one police report?
You
What the
can
fuck?
find me all over social media. I'm at Ray Zawodni. Subscribe to my YouTube. That's just Ray Zawodni. I'll be putting a special out there a little later this year, and yeah, I got some dates. I'll be posting about them. Follow the fucking Instagram, and you can catch me here every Wednesday, obviously on Troublemakers with my man Dylan Krasinski. Dylan.
Oh, you can find me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6 times a week.
Wow.
Go follow Drew, and we'll see you next Wednesday, baby. Good night.
Bye.